Now we will have our Dharma talk by Reverend Yuki Sugahara.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's last Sunday service of the year 2024. And I'm sure Dharma school students and kids are already feeling like, oh, when's the service is done? But maybe 15 minutes more, or maybe 15 minutes more. So please be tight, sit tight. So can you believe that it's been already almost 4th century, since we entered 21st century in 2001. So I feel like I graduated the university not so long ago, but it's already been 21 years. And Japanese school system is different from the United States. And if we want to go to a specific school, we need to take an entrance exam. And then I wanted to go to 2 universities in both Tokyo area and Kyoto area. And then, can I have my slide up on the screen, Ron? I hope it shows. No, it doesn't show. Ooh. Today is not Friday the 13th, right? It's amazing, yeah. Well, something wrong. Well, it's okay. Oh, colored strange. Well, anyway, so, it doesn't show the, great color of the Keio University, but, I wanted to go Keio University in Tokyo, and other is Ritsumeikan University in Kyoto. And among these 2, I wanted to go to Keio more than Ritsumeikan. Then, Then I passed the exam to go to Ritsumeikan University, and I was on the waiting list for Keio University, which means I passed the exam, but there were other students scored better than me. So, if some student declined to go to Keio University, then I could go. But Keio is like one of the best universities in Japan. So, if somebody passes the exam, they're happy to go, and not many people decline to go there. So, Japanese school starts from April. And since I was living in the city called Kanazawa City, which is away from both Tokyo and Kyoto, I had to decide apartment to live and so on. And good apartment fills up quickly. So I had to decide which school I want to go. So, and then I was like, oh, shall I wait for Keio University to let me in? Or I should go Ritsumeikan. So I could not decide until March 20th. It's like only 2 weeks away from the school begins. But finally, I gave up Keio and I decided to go to Ritsumeikan University. So even though I wanted to go to Keio University, I felt relieved that finally where I go is decided. Then I could start preparing to go to Ritsumeikan University and the life in Kyoto. So what I want to say from this episode is that knowing where the goal is, that is important in our lives. Because without where the goal is, we cannot focus on what we should do this moment. Right? So when we know what kind of person we want to be, or what job we want, which school we want to go, then we can focus on what we should do now to achieve the goal. Right? So Dharma school students and junior YBA students, you are full of potentials. You are full of potentials. And there are a lot of things waiting for you in your future. So please set the goal, and focus on what you should do now to achieve that goal, what you should do to achieve that goal. So I would like to conclude my Dharma school talk with Gassho and Nembutsu. And so I will have adults talk too. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. And I try to connect the HDMI again. So hopefully it works this time. And then, okay, I like to extend the idea of knowing where the goal is important for adults too. And then I went to Japan about a month ago with the Betsin group. And one of the highlights of our tour was to visit Morioka City in Iwate Prefecture and eat wanko soba noodle. So this is what wanko soba looks like. As you see in the bowl, only little bit of soba noodles is in the bowl, right? So after the one finishes the bowl, the server comes to fill another bowl of soba. So technically, we are keep eating soba noodles like this. So I specifically had a goal to, have 100 bowls, because I could get the certificate if I ate 100 bowls, right? And at first, I felt that, this is so easy. It's only, tiny bit in the bowl, so maybe I can have 100. But after having like 75 bowls, I started to feel full. But I pushed myself to eat 100 bowls of the soba noodles. And then Hikaru is not a big eater, but he had 36 bowls. And then I finally ate 100 and said, no more. So after achieving the goal, I felt that I don't need to eat soba noodle for a while, right? But I'm glad that I could achieve the goal, and I'm sure we are having soba noodles on the New Year's Eve at the, one of the, if you still keep the tradition, I might cook the soba noodle, but maybe I cook udon noodle instead. But, everyone might be thinking that, how is this soba noodle story related to Buddhism, right? So Mahayana Buddhism's goal is to achieve enlightenment and guide others to the enlightenment, just as Shakyamuni Buddha did. And once we know that goal, we should focus on this moment. What do we need to do to achieve the goal? So then, Sampas discusses way to attain enlightenment through self-diligence. Just as I talked last week, this is the path abandoning the worldly lives, enter the monk's food to focus on the practices to attain enlightenment in this life. But this path is so difficult to fulfill. And this path chooses the ability of the person. Then there is another path, the way to enlightenment, attain enlightenment through other power of Amida Buddha. And this is the path while living in the daily lives, we fully entrust ourselves to the working of Amida Buddha to guide us to the attainment of birth in the Pure Land. And Pure Land, it is a realm of enlightenment. So this path doesn't choose the ability of the person, and anyone can walk this path of Nembutsu. And by knowing that the Pure Land, the realm of enlightenment, is the destination of our lives, we received the reassurance. And it is said that the Pure Land is where we meet our loved ones who have passed away before us. So this also gives ease and comfort for those who is facing the death of their own. So there is a teacher I respect, Reverend Jitsuen Kakehashi. He attained birth in the Pure Land in 2014. But when he was close to the end of his life, he was on the bed. Then sensei's wife was taking care of him. Then Kakehashi sensei started to shivering. And then his wife was wondering what to do. But she knew Kakehashi sensei had longing to meet Shinran Shonin, to ask him a bunch of questions regarding Jodo Shinshu. So she said to Kakehashi sensei, あなたよかったわね。やっと親鸞上人にお会いできますね。Dad, I'm happy for you. You can finally meet Shinran Shonin. Then Kakehashi sensei stopped shivering. So this story made me think that we all fear our own death. We fear separation. But by knowing that where our life's destination is, we can live this life with the mind of peace, reassurance, ease, and comfort. So we will shed tears when we experience separation from our loved ones. But we also feel comfort by knowing that we are able to meet them again. So knowing where the goal is, where our lives are headed, this is important in our lives. So we Jodo Shinshu Buddhists are guided by the light of wisdom of Amida Buddha and attain birth in the Pure Land when we pass away. So we appreciate the working of Amida Buddha to guide us to the Pure Land to attain enlightenment and guide others to the enlightenment. So I would like to conclude my talk with Gassho and Nembutsu. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namo.